Hi, I'm Marky Mark.
And this is Richard.
And this is this week's music review.
Okay, welcome to this week's MWP Music Review, where we talk about the new music from New Music Friday. Joining me as ever is Richard.
Hello.
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 And today we're going to talk about Anne-Marie, Benee, Richard's favourite Steps, and AC/DC, and many more. Right, we will make a start with Anne-Marie, and the track is called Problems. What did you think, Rich?
I better get my notes, haven't I?
That would be a good start, yeah. There he is, always moaning about I'm not prepared. He hadn't done it himself.
Yeah. Okay, yes, Anne-Marie. It's nice to actually hear a song from her. I haven't heard for a while. So yeah, it was quite refreshing to hear her voice. I actually really liked it. I like the kind of beat. I like the pre-chorus stabs. That was quite refreshing. Cool tune, pop tune. Yeah, liked it. Gave it a 3.5.
Didn't really do anything for me, to be honest. I listened to it and thought, it's nothing really special. So I just went down the middle with a 2.5. I mean, she did here we go again. She did a live lounge not so long ago, and I mean, she's got a cracking voice. She definitely can sing, very good. But this song just didn't do anything for me. Right, next one is Paloma Faith, Supernatural. 80s vibe straight away, I thought, with this track, which I really enjoyed. But I'm just not loving stuff, I'm afraid, at the moment. I did like one of her tracks a couple of tracks ago, but this one again, not for me, I'm afraid. So it was just because of the 80s vibe. I would give it a 2.5, otherwise I think it would have been a 2.
Yes, I wrote the same thing, 80s vibe to it, which I really liked. It had this old kind of Miami Vice sort of feel to it, like the vibe to it, the tonality of everything. Yeah, it was like, how can I put it?
That's
it was like, have you ever played GTA? Have you ever played GTA Vice City? It had that sort of feel.
What, you belong in the city? That song?
No, in the rock, as in the game console.
Oh,
Grand Theft Auto Vice City.
No,
we're both showing our age here, aren't difference there, aren't
we? Oh dear. No.
I name a song. I name a video game that's based in the 80s, and you call out an 80s song. So. If anyone knows, anyone played GTA Vice City, you know what I mean. Which is probably why I kind of gravitated towards it, really. I thought it was groovy, catchy, cool little guitar solo at the end. 3.5, yeah.
Okay, next one. Foo Fighters, Shame, Shame. What do you think?
Yeah, really liked it. Really liked it. They have this knack of making quite powerful songs, Foo Fighters. Like the kind of the acoustic riff on it. It's like a slow rock tune. The only thing, so we get some other points out on. Yeah, just love the groove. I really like the song. I gave it a 4. I would have given it a 5, actually. I thought like I generally like the Foo Fighters. I wouldn't say I'm like an over the top fan, but I generally like their stuff, and I've listened to their stuff from their early days. But the vocals were really, the mix was off. Like I couldn't hear the vocals, and I don't know if it was some sort of mixing trick they were doing, or the vibe they were going for with this tune, but I couldn't hear the vocals very well. I wanted them to be louder in the verses. They sort of picked up in the chorus, but yeah, it just put it took me by surprise and put me off a little bit. So, other than that, I thought it was a great tune.
Okay. Didn't like it. I'm not a Foo Fighters fan, I'm afraid.
Right. I think we might have reviewed one of their songs before.
Maybe,
you said
yeah.
that.
Yeah, it's just a 1.5 for me. I'm not into that kind of music, unfortunately. So, I mean, they may bring out a track in the future that I really like, but unfortunately, it wasn't for me. So, Mcfly, again, they're bringing out tracks like No Tomorrow at the moment. So this is called You're Not Special. I'm trying to think what the hell this track sounded like now. I've gone completely blank about this one.
Okay.
If you go first, it might jog my memory.
So, I generally liked it. I kind of like their stuff, and I think I've spoken to you about them. I think I've said it before. I think they're great musicians, and like the guitar parts in them, and just really, really cool, clean guitar parts. So I always like listening to them. I always like hearing their songs just because of that, really. But I like the bass synth on it. I really like the sound of that. Catchy pop song. 2.5.
Yeah, it's tried my memory now. So yeah, it was about 2.5 for me. I mean, it's still not as good as I think I liked the last one, if I remember. They did. Was it last week or the week before? They did one, didn't they?
So, it was maybe a couple of weeks ago.
And I quite like that one. This one, it was again take it or leave it. I wasn't particularly bothered. So 2.5. So right. So Benee again, another one. This must be a third one in 3 weeks or something like that. So this one's called Cool. Last week's one, it was last week, wasn't it? Because I really liked I think I gave it a 4.5 or a 4. This one was nowhere near as good, I didn't think. It was just a 2. I couldn't really get into it. Even after a minute and a half, I kept, next track. It just wasn't for me at all.
Right.
So, it's not a good score this week.
I think I liked it a bit more than you, I think. So groovy, like the bass, the guitar on it, like the vocals. I gave it a 3.
Next one, MWP featuring Kaiser. So this is called Bridged by a Light Wave. I'm
quite interested in it because like this is your stuff
my
now.
Stuff.
This
now
is,
I do like MWP, and there's some stuff of his I really, really like and play a lot, and other stuff is just too hardcore dance for me. So this is sort of, it goes in and out. There's bits I really love of it, and there's bits I really don't like it. I found that the track was all over the place for me. The production on it, I found it very confusing. But the parts I really liked, I thought, oh, this is great, and this is weird.
Right.
So for that, unfortunately, I only gave it a 2.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I was interested to see what you thought of it, really, because like I said, it's your thing, isn't it? I was exactly the same. I gave it a 2. For me, it's just I like some of the chord progressions that used in it. But it's just a dance song to me. I probably don't hear it the same way as you do. So yeah, it kind of didn't really do much for me. So I gave it a 2. I didn't hate it.
No. I just thought the production was weird.
Just a 2.
It was so weird. All over the shot, and I didn't get it. Right, here we go. Roller coaster ride. It's Steps, Rich, and it's Hold On My Heart. Now you can go first because last week they were dead and buried and dug and 10 feet under the ground. They dug themselves out of the ground today, Rich, or have you stamped your foot a bit harder?
No, they've done all right this time. So,
what you don't?
Yeah, last week I gave them a hard time. I know, but I didn't I didn't hate it as much as I did the other one. Really, The other one I gave a pretty harsh review on it, didn't I?
You did. Why have you had some hate messages? Have you?
No. Unfortunately, no one messages us, Mark. So yes. So obviously, when I saw this on there, I was like, "Oh, okay, here we go." But it is a standard kind of slow ballad. It's an okay song. I went take it or leave it, straight down the middle. 2.5.
Oh, I think you're being generous this week, aren't you? Hey.
Yeah, I probably am. Yeah, it just because it didn't really, didn't insult me as much as the other one. I wasn't offended by this one,
No. I mean,
the other one, I don't know. Maybe it was maybe it was the day I listened to it. I just, But this one was okay. It was great. It was kind of what I expect from Steps.
Okay.
So
it was just a 2 for me. It's nothing really special. The first track they released from the first track they released since coming back, I really liked. Loved that track because I think I gave it a 5, didn't I? But this one's just a 2. It's nothing super special.
Yeah,
doesn't stand out. So right. So
that's the thing, isn't it? With different artists, isn't it? You know, one week you depends on the song really, and the mood you're in, and where you're listening to it and stuff, and sometimes it can have more of an effect on you.
Can. Right, last time we listened to this band, we both gave it a fantastic review. AC/DC Realize. Nowhere near as good as the first one they released about 3-4 weeks ago. Didn't do anything for me whatsoever. I just gave it a 2.
Oh, really?
No.
Oh, man.
No, nowhere near as good as the first one. I loved the first one, but this one didn't do anything for me, unfortunately.
Yeah.
What did you give it?
This is it's AC/DC. It does exactly what it says on the tin. Catchy, great riffs, guitar solo. I gave it a 4. Yeah, I liked it. So okay. I'm never really gonna not like an AC/DC.
No,
it's impossible. I think for me anyway. It didn't completely blow me away. So, or otherwise it would have been a 5. But definitely a good 4.
Okay. Next one is David Guetta featuring Norton, and the track is called "Save My Life." What did you think of this one?
Yeah. Again, not really my thing. I haven't really. Yeah. Not much to say really. I gave it a 2. Yeah. I find it hard to kind of with dance music to review it really, because it doesn't. I'm just not used to it. So it sort of goes over my head a little bit. That's the only way I can. It's like someone listening to
jazz.
If I listen fast to jazz, bebop music, it just. Yeah.
If I listen to jazz like you do, I probably think, not so keen on that. And you go, this is amazing. But it's
It's just because it's stuff that you don't listen to, so you're not trying to hear the things that you like from that type of music. So yeah, just a 2. Like it didn't I didn't hate it.
No.
But it's something I would probably leave rather than take.
Yeah. I gave it a 1.
Oh, really?
Now, David Guetta, I'm a big fan of David's. So
yeah,
I've liked nearly just about all the stuff. His last track, Let's Love. Oh, love! It's probably that's one of my favorite tracks of the year. And then he released another dance track before that, which I really enjoyed. This one, it's just too dance heavy for me. There's certain because there's certain dance tracks like Puppy Dance. I quite like, which I really love. Sorry, but this one is very heavy. I don't like this kind of dance music.
Right, yeah,
it's not me at all. So nothing. Obviously, I know how good David's skills are, so it's just this particular song is not my cup of tea. So I'll give it a 1.
Yeah.
So now
you don't really get you don't really get seasonal dance music, do you? It's
No.
not like people who are like a pop artist. They're sort of towards like the summertime. It's definitely more summery songs, and then winter. With dance music, it's just they don't care what season.
No,
because
you can go from like this one, which is really heavy, and then you can go to a poppy dance, which he did with "Let's Love," 80s vibe. So that's great for us because like myself, I can go from one extreme to the other. So I could go really trancey, or I could go really poppy. So it's like AC/DC is rock or soft rock. They can't really go 80s dance, can they? So
no. I really want them to now, but that was amazing.
So that'll be So you've got more of a field that you can get away with. So, but yeah, I mean, nothing towards David. This track doesn't do it for me at all. So, right now, before I give a review on this one, see what you think. Gary Barlow, incredible. What did you think?
Gary Barlow.
Was it incredible for you?
Oh, I was a bit taken back by this. See, I think you're going to go. You're going to really hate it, or you're going to really love this. For me, it was a really odd song for him to do. The only way I can describe it is that it's almost it's like a song that's written for a TV ad. Like you have to hear it to kind of see where I'm coming from there. But it's cheesy big band, just a bit weird. It just sounded like it needed to be on like an Asda TV ad, or a TV ad advertising roast potatoes or something. I don't know, like it was a bit strange.
You seem to be completely lost for words with it.
It was just a bit strange for me, so I kind of went the other way. Normally, sometimes, especially if it's big band music, I can kind of get into it, but this one so I gave it a 2.
2?
I'll probably I'll go 1.5 actually. Never done that. I've never given it a 1.5, but 1.5.
Right, I'm either going to go 4.
Go 4 or 5.
0 or a 1. I thought I'm no disrespect to Gary, absolutely bloody awful. It's awful. I mean, I was listening to it thinking, what the hell is he doing? What's he doing?
Yeah.
I mean, if you're gonna bring out a big, with a big proper big band, which I'm sure, obviously, I'm guessing that's what's happened. You need to bring out a corker. And I was listening to it, and even my wife, who's take that big, she goes, "What the hell is this?" I said, "It's Gary Barlow." Gary Barlow, rubbish. She went. I said, "It's just absolute dire." So I mean, the first one's put my hand up and say I really love Gary Barlow's stuff. So he did his solo album a few years back, and I really love that album. And as I said, I've take that the second time round stuff. I'm not so keen on the first time. Second time I really like the most.
Yeah.
And then when he released this, I have no idea it was him at first. And then, I thought, this is bloody awful.
Because he's a really good songwriter.
Yes.
So I'm surprised he's done this.
Yeah.
He's a really good songwriter, and he can recognize whether a song is good or not. And so I don't know what the deal is. Maybe we're missing something. Maybe it is written for some sort of advert or TV program. Maybe.
Sure. Why do you put it in the credits then, saying for incredible commas Tesco's potatoes, comma so something.
So I actually have a look? I'll see if if it's like, because I never checked out what album it's from. Or
no, bloody awful.
yeah, but it's a bit strange.
It's from his
isn't it?
album,
It's like,
Incredible. So,
that is it. Like,
oh no, it's just a song on its own.
right, okay.
But yeah,
Incredible. Is that a Gary Barlow? Incredible, yeah. That's it. 2018. I'm just trying to see when he released his last album.
It was called "Let Me Go." Let Me Go. It's since his album was 2013. It was called "Since I Saw You Last," which was
Oh, okay. Yes, yeah.
That was a brilliant album. Because I really enjoyed it because it's. I think that wasn't far off after you went through that tax thing, didn't you? Remember where everyone was going on at him about tax or something, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And then he brought the album, and it was a brilliant album. But I'm sorry, Gary, this song is terrible. It's such a shame. Anyway, there we go. Right. So before we ridicule him anymore, that brings the end of this week's MWP Music Review.
We're not angry. We're just disappointed.
Just disappointed, Gary. Try harder, son. Bless him. That'd be me off his Christmas list, wouldn't it? Mark, I'm not doing any tracks for you. Not Richard bloke. So all the tracks are on our Spotify playlist. So if you go to search for MWP Spotify playlist, the tracks we've talked about are all on there as well. Right. So now move on to the news. So first of all, we're talking about radio. So Radio 2, Graham Norton. Don't know if any of you guys do you listen to Graham Norton, Rich?
Yeah, I do. Yeah, I don't. If I'm in the car and he's on, I won't turn him off. So
no. So Graham has announced he's leaving his Saturday morning show on Radio 2. Don't know if you knew. No,
I didn't know that. No.
Yeah. No. So the presenter who has fronted the show for 10 years will host his final episode on 19th of December. He's not leaving the BBC, so he's going to continue doing the Eurovision, and he's going to continue doing his BBC One chat show. But he said he's decided to step down from the radio. So he took over from Jonathan Ross back in 2010.
Oh wow!
Yeah. So he's he's been doing it. He's been doing it a while. So, I mean, yes, I mean, usually I listen to him. I don't particularly listen to the show, but when we're going to gigs, usually we travel in the morning, so he's on. So I used to listen to him quite regularly on Saturday if I used to either pick you up or because sometimes when we're talking in the car non-stop, he's on in the background.
Yeah.
So
I like his stuff, man. I like his show and stuff. I'm guessing it's just personal reasons. He probably wants to spend more time at home and stuff. And
maybe so.
And he might be trying to free up some time to do other things. So there's always
he may be. I mean, I know he's Graham Norton chat show is mega popular, isn't it? So maybe unless they decide to make it a bit longer, I don't know. So right, moving on. So the Weeknd will perform at the coveted halftime show at next year's Super Bowl. The NFL has confirmed. So the singer will follow in the footsteps of Shakira and J-Lo. So that's massive, isn't it?
Yeah, big deal that is.
That is a big deal. So he'll be nervous as hell, I would have thought, doing a massive gig like that. Because how many people watch that? There's gazillions.
Oh, millions. Yeah, it's huge. I'm sure he'll have guest singers on with him and stuff. I don't know, maybe not, but it's it'd be good. I've always like checking out the halftime show and that, and they're always fun to watch. You know, good musicians on stage and stuff. And other than that, I think it's an American thing, and it's because it's American football.
Yes.
So I think that's more of a big deal out there. But, it's I think for any artists that do it, it's always an honor, and I'm look forward to it.
It's like you're making an acceptance speech there, Rich. I'm really looking forward to it. Yeah, it's going to be fabulous. Thank you.
Yeah. Do I sound that boring? Oh no.
No.
Yeah.
Probably because you're tired from your jet lag from London.
I am a little bit. Yeah, I'm a little bit tired. I'm feeling it a bit now. You know, getting it on and
Don't
on.
worry,
I've
you'll
got my
fall
slippers
asleep.
on. So
You'll fall asleep when It's a Celebrity Get Me Out of Here comes on.
yes, yeah.
Right, Ticketmaster has denied reports that fans will be required to prove they've had a vaccine or a negative COVID-19 test before attending concerts. So apparently, the story arose from a report in the Billboard magazine, which said the company wanted to use smartphones to verify fans were free of the disease. But apparently, they're denying it, and they said, that's not correct. I don't know. I mean, there's bound to be, by the time gigs start in April, there's April, May, I'm sure there'll be a thing where you'll have a quick test before you go in to say, yeah, you're cleared, and you go, I guess.
Something like that. Yeah, yeah. I think they're working towards all that, aren't they? I've heard things like you'd have to carry around a bit of paper with saying that you've had the vaccine and all this kind of stuff, and there'd be all sorts of procedures in place. And if that's what they're doing, they won't be the only ones.
No.
And I think it'd be. And to be honest, I'm surprised Ticketmaster are getting involved in that. Surely it's just down to the venue.
Well, it might be.
Ticketmaster
It might be. They. It's only what it's report in the Billboard magazine, so they might be just putting smoke up something that doesn't even.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right. Are you feeling in the Christmas spirit yet, Rich?
Yes.
Yeah. What are those twinkle lights in the background?
That's Christmas lights.
Really? Already?
Christmas decorations.
Blimey.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Me and the wife have got Christmas decorations up and everything. Yeah.
Have you?
Yeah. We've been. Yeah. I've already watched 2
It's
Christmas
November.
films.
It's November.
Yeah. Well, we're in the middle of November, aren't we? So
it's funny that because our friends, they just put up a tree and decorations and everything. I went, hey, it's not even December yet. But anyway, I'll tell you why. Because everyone seems to be going Christmas nuts now because they're all so pissed off with what's going on. The UK is getting in the Christmas spirit. Mariah Carey's festive hit, All I Want for Christmas, has returned to Spotify's top 40 already. Yeah. And it's already on iTunes top 50. And the song is already at number 63 in the charts. Already.
She loves Christmas, doesn't she?
Well, of course she does.
Loves it.
if it's been played here in the UK, I mean, where is it? I mean, that song must make her a fortune every single. I mean, fair play to her. It's a cracking Christmas song, so there's no.
Oh yeah,
no doubt about it.
Yeah.
She's. God.
I know some. I've got some friends that have they have a Christmas band. I call it a Christmas band. Basically, they just write Christmas music. And I always think that's just a cracking idea because you only need one that'll make it.
You do.
And then you're set.
That's what we need to do next year, Rich, don't we? You need to make a Christmas track, a really catchy.
We need to make a Christmas track. Yeah.
So, watch this space.
Yeah.
As long as we're not bossing.
But yeah, I am getting in the. Yeah. I am getting in the Christmas mood. Yeah, I'm.
Chaz and Dave.
Is this? Yeah. It's normally this time of year that you start hearing Christmas music in shops. Anyway,
it is. Yeah.
So that's
when you got Tesco's.
And to us, the minute Halloween finishes, that's it. The Christmas adverts start. So I don't think there's anything unusual about it. I just because everything's a bit twisted at the moment. We're not. Like we normally are, we're probably noticing like that people are starting to put up Christmas decorations and stuff. But yeah, we've not gone mad. I mean, I've got some lights. I've got some lights behind the computer and stuff. And but in the living room, we've got a little Christmas tree and some bit of decorations. So
well done.
just to make it Christmassy.
Yeah. Well, it's only 7 weeks away.
And Netflix have got some great. Exactly. It's only 7 weeks away.
Yeah.
So why not?
Yep.
And Netflix have got some cracking Christmas films coming out.
Oh yeah,
so
they have.
Looking forward to them.
Yeah. They've got some great great stuff coming out. Right. So now we move on to Kylie. So if you've been in the dark, Kylie's just released her 15th studio album called Disco. Disco topped the charts with 55,000 sales, meaning it scored its best opening week of any new release in 2020 so far. It's her 8th number one, meaning she's overtaken Elton John, Cliff Richard, George Michael in the all-time chart leaderboard. I mean, that's amazing. So, you think Elton John is massive and George Michael's massive. Kylie's just beaten them with a new album. So it just shows how popular. And I noticed on her Instagram page as well, she's number one in Australia as well. So
right, yeah.
I mean, so she's obviously one of the biggest artists now. So she's done really well.
Yeah. Yeah, it's really good. Yeah. I think we reviewed it, didn't we, last week?
Yeah, we've done 3 songs so far.
Yeah.
I have got an album.
Yeah.
I've not had a chance to listen to her album yet. It will be on my to-do list to listen to it on good old Spotty. So I'll at some point between now and Christmas.
Spotty. I've never heard someone say abbreviate Spotify to Spotty.
Yes, I know what you mean, Spotty. Yeah. So well done. I'm a big Kylie fan, so absolutely over the moon for her. Right, some sad news today. I was very sad about this. Des O'Connor has died at the age of 88. So the comedian, singer, and TV host died on Saturday following a fall at his home in Buckinghamshire just over a week ago. Now, you may not have done this, Rich, but obviously, because I'm a bit older, I used to watch Des O'Connor all the time on ITV when I was a lot younger. And for me, he was a very funny man. He always had a brilliant sense of humor. I love watching his program ITV. I had a lot of time for watching Des O'Connor. And obviously he's not been on the TV for quite some time. I remember even watching Kylie on his show. I remember watching the comedian. He calls himself like he says he's a little fella comedian. He talks really fast and he moves really fast. Lee Evans. I remember the first time first time he was on there, I thought he was hilarious. So I was very sad. Did you ever watch Des O'Connor?
No, not really. No, unfortunately. But I know he's a legend, isn't he? So
yes.
It's getting to that point now that we're starting to lose a lot of people that people watched on telly when they were kids. It's just getting to that point, isn't it now? So
it is.
But yeah, it's I mean, he's done some great work, and I think I'm a bit too young to kind of really appreciate what he did.
Yeah, I mean, he was. All you have to do these days, don't you? Go on YouTube, and I'm sure you can watch quite a lot of shows. But brilliant, very funny man. Right, so now we're going to do to a new section. It's called Shout Outs, which is going shout out. Now, I get quite a lot of love and messages on Twitter and Instagram, and I put a post on this week saying we're going to start shouting out the people who give us a bit of love online. So obviously I can't mention all of you because I'll be here all bloody night. So we'll just quickly go through it. So we've got one who listened to the podcast. So we got Arn Fern Brown, lesson that Richard did, today's chord progression of the week. So Bruce News, he liked that. We got Aunt Sky, who listened to the Shirley Bassey podcast we just recently. Bruce again, who listened to your G7 guitaring.
Cool.
Bruce again, who listened to your D7 voicing with Organic Food Company, liked your D7 voicing, Rich. We had Bumpy 103. What else have we got? Bruce. He's Bruce again. You like your Armin 7?
Oh, Bruce.
Yeah.
Armin 7? A minor 7.
Yeah, you like
Armin
that as well.
7?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I read that wrong. Sorry, it does say Amin 7, sorry. Art Jewel, they liked it as well. Shirley Bassey podcast, where we put about did we like the song or not? We got lots of people who like that. Where else are we going on Twitter? Today's guitar lesson, VI 3 2 D-7 A-7 G-7. So we got Kowski, guitarist who's in Liverpool. He loved it. Bruce again. Nouse, he loved it. Same for Lindsay Clayton Music. She loved that episode that you did as well. Bruce like your D-7.
Hey, Bruce.
Yeah, your B-7 was loved by Yada Lab. There's another one here. I'm going too far back now, so because this is ABBA. So that was that. Oh, Boris, I just had some breaking news. Boris Johnson is self-isolating. God, he ain't got it again, has he?
Is he?
Yeah. Right. So
well, good. Yeah, he's put the whole country in lockdown. It should be. We're all self-isolating, mate.
Yeah, I know. I'll look at that in a minute. Right, now we're on to Instagram. So we got one of your videos, guitar lessons, The Killers Collective, liked it. Cormier Theo liked it, plus 8 others. We have some new followers from Fest Pro 802, Vocalist IG, plus many others. The one we talked about, your guitar lesson, we talked about last week, didn't we? We had a little chat at the end of the show. So tomorrow you and Mid San, plus others liked it. Tomorrow's you liked it. Musis liked it. The Great Guitarist liked it. The Vocalist IG liked it. Then we talked about Gregory Porter. We had Dante Roster liked it. Jazz Matters liked it. Shirley Bassey one we talked about last week, the clip. It was Tango Melody. PJ Mahara. Dante Roster again. Dante Roster again. Dante Roster again. Another one, guitar one. Lee Asperu. Dante Roster again, plus many others. Thumbs up for Shirley Bassey, Jeroen Mulder. I get all these names. Probably a lot of them make no sense, some of the names. New podcast out. We got Jam. That is a long name. I can't even pronounce that. Sonderzed Team, Dante Roster again. And there's more lessons from you. We had Simon Brickman, Dante Roster again. Musicians Planet, GDR Music loved it. VLR Music loved it. Dante Roster loved it. Jordan Wab loved it. Viral Musicians loved it. So we've had a lot of love.
Yeah, a lot of love.
A lot of love. So I thought each week, that's only took me a couple of minutes. So we're going to give it people who give us a bit of love or send us a message or, put a little comment on. Then obviously with some of them, it says one name and then it says 20 others. And obviously I'd have to clip into it all and go into it and read them all, but that would take forever. So it's just, honestly, if I didn't read out your name, it's because, we'd be here all night reading names out. So I just have a quick browse on Twitter and Instagram. So we're both very grateful. We have, obviously, there's quite a few people who, your mate Brucey, and Dante Roster. So we're very grateful that you guys and everybody listens in, and we seem to be getting more love on the clips. So and we're going to keep doing these little clips so you can have a listen. And obviously, if you want to listen to the whole podcast, you just go to other podcast players, search for MWP Music Review, and you'll be able to find us on there. So we're very grateful. So you've got more guitar lessons coming out this week, Rich?
Yes. So I'll be carry on. There was one that came out today. That's on YouTube and Facebook.
Oh, it's out now, is it?
Yes, I need to put it on Instagram.
All right.
But it is out. It's out on YouTube, which is carrying the on the dominant sevenths. So I've got a couple more videos out of that because I missed a couple of days this week. But they're gonna. I've got 3 more of them coming out, and then next week I'll start doing just random chords, really, bits and pieces, and all the grades and stuff. So if you're interested in taking guitar grades, rock school guitar grades, you can check out our pages. So I'll be doing kind of going through them songs, what you could learn for your exam and things like that, and just other various guitar related things, bits and pieces. Yeah,
I'm presuming I've had no emails again this week.
I'm just trying to have a look now. Yeah, let's have a little look. No. Let's check.
Actually, I think what we should do, I think we should scrap the email because no one seems. I mean, emails seems to be quite old-fashioned these days. Is as long as people keep putting comments on social media and love and likes, I think that's probably enough for us, isn't it? At the moment.
Yeah.
We're just desperate for an email. Perhaps I should send him one from an anonymous email.
No, it has to be a genuine person. I want one email by the end of this year.
So that's Bruce.
Anyone, you can send an email. Yeah, Bruce, if you're listening, you can email me at markandrichardpodcast@gmail.com and tell us where you're listening from. Anyone can do this. Tell us what you think about these songs, and one email before this 2020 year has disappeared. Yes,
absolutely. Right, so last week I told you quickly about a TV show that I was watching on Netflix. I'm going to quick look what it's actually called. Now, the guy it's called Country Ever After, and it's on Netflix, and it's about a guy called Coffee Anderson and his wife, is it Casilla? I think you pronounce her name. And basically, Coffee is an independent artist, so he's not signed to anybody, and he's obviously trying to make it as a country and western singer. His wife is a pro dancer. What I remember, she's taught all sorts of different dances for big famous artists. And it's about the family and seeing them get through, obviously, getting work, going through troubles of wife, the wife having cancer. Is it cancer? Yes, I think it was cancer. And it's a really lovely series. I've nearly watched it. The program's about half an hour each, and I think I've got about 2 left to watch. So if you pop over to Netflix and watch Country Ever After, it's a cracking little show, and it's definitely worth a watch. Video wise, I've not really seen much this week. Oh yes, I did. I saw one of it was the MTV. Is it the EMAs or the MAAs or something? They were just recently, so they've released the videos on the YouTube, and I watched one of David Guetta, obviously, because they did Let's Love, which was actually performed by Ray, which we did. I give her a 5 for her last week in one of her tracks, and she sang it really, really well. It was brilliant performance. So if you've got a David's page or the MTV page, it's on there, and you can have a watch. Nothing from Tiny Desk I've seen this week. Have you seen anything this week, or you've probably been too busy, Rich?
No, I haven't seen anything.
No,
eye-catching.
No. So apart from that, so socials, we're on all of them, Twitter, Instagram. So if you just search for MWP, you'll be able to find us on there. And if you've enjoyed the show or you enjoyed any of the clips, please like, share, subscribe, thumbs up, give us a bit of love, which you guys have been doing. We much appreciate it. And this, each week, this program is not scripted, so we just go by the fly every week. So sometimes if we go, because we're not that kind of we're not like the BBC where there's this perfect script. We just say how it is. So. Right. So Dave, Rich is off now to go and watch I'm a Celebrity, Get Me Out of Here.
Yes, first one tonight.
Last one?
No, the first one.
Oh, I thought it started last week.
No, that was a teaser. That was the kind of look on it because it's the 20th anniversary of it.
I thought it started on Monday. Oh, I was going to ask you how Vernon Kay was getting on. Oh, right, okay. Okay, cool. Right, well, you can give us a rundown how it went last week, can't you?
Yeah,
as you watch it. Right, so it's we'll speak to you next week. So it's a goodbye for me.
It's goodbye for me.